Hey, welcome back. This video is in the same vein as the other videos dealing with accumulated load. I feel like this is an important topic, and plus I'm learning about it. So when I learn stuff, I like to speak on it so I can get it deeper into my own mind, but then also help people who maybe never heard of it either. A high load day or accumulated load could look something like everything is on point, but you still feel tired. You made sure your nutrition is in check, you got your rest in, probably not even doing a lot, but you still feel tired. You feel like something is off and your energy is low. Motivation is there, but you don't have the energy to push through. It can start with low level load. The stress that comes from constantly making decisions, frustrations that add up because we don't get to see our goals follow through, or maybe there was a roadblock. Not major stuff, but it adds up because our systems often carry more load than we realize because we're good at adapting. We're good with powering through and just getting stuff done, but that doesn't mean that we are fully recovered. Especially if we move from task to task really quick. So right now you're doing one thing, and then an hour later you're doing something else, but there never was any time to rest or recuperate. That's a good example of how it can happen. No real mental shutdown. Even if, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, even if we're looking at our phones or watching TV, that's still input. That's still time where the nervous system has to use energy and delegate it, which increases load. It might show up as feeling like we're exhausted or feeling like we don't have any energy or just feeling drained in general. If we get to that point, that's a little bit more than low level load. That's a sign of at least a middle ground. But we still haven't made it to the point to where it just fully on breakdown. But we want to avoid that, right? So we figure out the things that are bringing our energy down. If I can use some examples from my day, when I work, there's decisions that I have to make sure that I'm in compliance with the state. There's things that I have to do to make sure that I'm in compliance with my management in their specific, ways of doing things. And then also clients' individual needs or the things that they want. And then by the time I get off of there, I have my things that I have to do with family, the different roles that I play in the community, which is not large, but still, it adds up. Little by little, it can drain away if there's not certain boundaries in place. We're not talking about anything crazy, but I try to make sure that every day I do some of the following things. Take a short reset. This is very helpful for me. If the schedule allows it, I will go out to my vehicle, especially like at work, and take like a 10-minute break. I have 10 on my windows, so it's easy for me to go in there, and it's basically a dark spot. And I just sit there and I do some breathing, or I do a body scan. Sometimes if I'm too amped up, for whatever reason, I'll take a short walk. Nothing crazy, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. It all depends on what your specific schedule allows. But I'm talking about things that I do. But just to step away and to let your brain and nervous system relax. If you can reduce your input, the things that you have to make decisions for, the things that you have to do, the actions that you need to take, if you can take a break from that for a while and not look at your screen, not look at your TV, but do something that's going to relax you, do it. Give yourself that chance and give your nervous system a chance to settle. Because a lot of times when we feel off, we assume that there's something wrong. Maybe I need to go see a doctor. Maybe I'm not getting enough vitamins. Maybe you got too many microplastics. It could be those things, but it also could be that your nervous system is just overloaded. So if you try to clear out some space, make some time intentionally to unwind and relax. Thank you. Do all the YouTube stuff if you find this video helpful.